They both played, or Method played Rival Series last year. Got knocked out, had a pretty a lot weaker showing than perhaps they were expected. Went 2-5, and I think this is the first real big high-profile tournament they've competed in since then. And of course, Dignitas, K-Dop, and Violent Panda. No real introduction needed, other than they win everything. So a bit of a shocker.
Yesterday.
A bit of a shocker to see them in the losers bracket, to say the least.
And what you expect to see in this match, Shogun? I mean, every time I ask you, it's like I don't know.
Yeah, I will happily talk about things I feel like I know about, and I'll happily say I don't know when I just simply don't know. Thing we do know is that it is the RLCS World Champions and the defending Universal Open Champions on one side against a relatively recent Gfinity Elite Series winner on the side of Rix Ronde. Burrito B, he's been around for ages. He's been one of those players that I remember when I started picking up commentary. You know, you look through, you start being very diligent when you start commentary. You're looking through every single player, seeing if you can pick them up. Burrito B is a name that sort of stuck with me as one of those players that was always going out in the first round, but he's stuck with it for the longest time, and now he's up at this level.
Okay, well, very quick predictions from you, gentlemen, before we get into game number one. Are we favouring Dignitas pretty heavily in this one?
Have to. There's no way you can pick against them. Despite them losing yesterday, they lost to Killer number 7 and Freaky, but they were 1-goal games, so a close series all the way throughout. Went to game 5, of course, but there's no way you will ever get me to bet against K-Dop and Violent Panda in 2v2.
Okay, Shogun, you feeling the same?
Yeah, a rehash of RLCS, a lower bracket run, sounds pretty normal for them.
All right, then. Well, our first game, I believe, is about to get underway. We're looking forward to this one. Yesterday was all about game 5s, and we're expecting nothing different today. Let's get straight into our game number 1, then. Let's bring the action straight to you at home. It's Dignitas taking on Method.
So for Method, can they create yet another upset in the Universal Open Season 2 European qualifiers? Going to be starting off on offense, and that could have been a great chance, but here is K-Dop, the big one to worry about, nice. The undisputed king of 2s.
Absolutely. K-Dop, I think, is perhaps the best 2v2 player in the entire world. I mean, we talked a little bit about it yesterday, about his long-standing reign back in early 2016 with Fairy Peak, and then Universal opened, and he teamed up with Violent Panda and proved that it doesn't matter who his teammate is, he's just going to go out there and win.
This will be Violent Panda acquired. Tried for a half flip. Reset on the ball, didn't quite work out. K-Dop bounces it up high. There's going to be no opportunities for Rix Ronde to move in. And then a challenge won by K-Dop. He's got a lot of territory for his team. Dignitas find themselves on the offensive now. Backboard move. Rix Ronde might have to worry. It's actually going to be Violent Panda's got away with just a tiny bit more. He's taken out of the game. But Burrito B's not looking too comfortable here on the ball, and K-Dop's happy just to shadow.
Ooh.
Low boost on K-Dop will mean can't do too much more than trying to force a challenge that Rix Ronde refused to give to him. Long ball. Violent Panda went hunting for Burrito B. Couldn't quite get the bump. Now K-Dop shoots long, and he's got it into the net.
Yeah, this is really just a result of baiting out the attack from Burrito B. They're trying to cut off the pass to Violent Panda. Problem is, K-Dop reads exactly where it's going next and sets himself up and fires a strike into the left side.
Dignitas looking comfortable so far in the opening minutes. Got to try and convert this now to a victory. Burrito B is going to be unchallenged. He's got the goal to aim at, but really was not going to trouble K-Dop too much. Follow-up could mean some problems, though, as K-Dop just stares down Burrito B, who was thinking about taking a shot.
And the crazy thing about Dignitas and why it's so hard for, all of us analysts to ever say they have a chance of losing a series is just because K-Dop, Violent Panda, especially in 2v2s, these are two guys that make things happen on the pitch. They don't always do it in the flashiest way, though they are capable of it. They win challenges, they put the ball in great spots, they make it tough for the offense to have success for the other team, and it's two brilliant players, just masterful control of every aspect.
So I do believe when it comes to analyst predictions, Dignitas have only been chosen against once by the majority. That was the RLCS Grand Finals, and that was because the entire desk was American. Rix Ronde looking for the follow. It's going to be K-Dop, just plays it long. Follow-up challenge from Violent Panda, but Burrito B's done pretty well. Can't do too much more, though, as Dignitas controlling the pace. Not overstretching. They recognize that they've got the 2-goal lead. Violent Panda just taps that one on. And Method seems to be underestimating the amount of power that Dignitas can get from any touch. They're always just a little bit too far forward, end up trying to rotate back before they can take control of the ball again.
Well, the crazy thing is even if they do read the touch right, K-Dop and Violent Panda just, you know, they see that adjustment, and it's amazing how quickly that they adjust their own touch to accommodate for it.
Violent Panda, he's just off screen trying to force Burrito B up into the air. Follow up, Rix Ronde still got the boost, and that was crucial. Now they got to try and transition. Burrito B tries to go straight for net. That will not be enough. Dignitas back on the ball.
Rix and Burrito B have had a couple of opportunities catching them off guard, and dangerous spot. K-Dop, for once, that might be the first time I've ever seen him not score off a shot from the top of the box on a bouncing dribble.
Yeah, just didn't quite catch it correctly. Well, that's go crossbar and in, but just didn't quite get there. Violent Panda once again clears. Method, if they want something to happen, they need to really start forcing Dignitas to make some defensive mistakes.
Oh, man.
Rix Ronde didn't get that one in, and now K-Dop, he's got the ball on his hood yet again. Violent Panda to the far side. Try to fake out.
Well, Rix and Burrito B have definitely gotten Violent Panda to jump at a few things in front of the net. They've had a couple of half chances over on Method's side of things, and they haven't converted any of them. Another great one right there, completely uncontested in the middle of the box, and it's just a weak touch forward, and that one slips through the defense bar and around, and thankfully not in. Violent Panda, second chance, and kept out by Burrito B.
This one has got to work out. Rix Ronde one-on-one against K-Dop. Goes the long way. He's going to have to bring Burrito B into this game now. Burrito B's already on his way back. Lateral pass. Violent Panda just cutting that one out. Now with 40 seconds, Method just hoping that Dignitas will make some sort of mistake. There's been a couple of double commits from Dignitas, but still nothing capitalized on just yet. Rix Ronde for the double tap. Now we transition to the upper end of the field, and this is just
what
painful.
A
Looks for the dish.
K-Dop wishing he would have been a little bit closer. He had the boost, but I think the clock management side of him took over a little bit there. Slow air dribble, and actually gets the muscles through him. Wasn't sure if he was going to be able to get that over the top of that Batmobile. But either way, gets right under the bottom of the ball at the end there and just goes just over Rix. Nice touch.
Yeah, recognizes that Rix has got to get any sort of contact. When you're in that situation, you just position yourself that a little bit better, as long as you can predict where the ball is going. Might be able to loft it over the top of the defender, but a rare clean sheet we're going to see. Dignitas able to assert their authority over Method.
Now, you say clean sheet, but I think there were definitely a couple of chances that Method could have put a couple of goals in the back of the net, at least made it a closer game than it looked, and probably should have been, and I think they make those adjustments coming into the second game on set. But overall, K-Dop 3 unassisted goals, Violent Panda, not lighting up the scoreboard or anything, but, you know, it's kind of either Violent Panda does literally everything for that team, or he just says, all right, look, you're winning, fine, I'll go do whatever.
Okay, well, let's obviously talk about that game number one a little bit. Dignitas taking the first game 3-0. Method had a little bit of a shaky start there, but it seemed like they'd got a little bit of rhythm towards the end of that game, which was important for them. I feel like they've came out of that game, even though they lost 3-0, with at least a little bit of momentum behind them.
Yeah, I think definitely a little bit, but the offensive opportunities that they're getting have been decent. They've got to make more of them, though.
Yeah.
A lot of their shots are straight down the middle, or they try and be a little bit too soft with the way they're going for it, so they'll try and force a double tap or something where they really just don't need to. Try and find the top corner, get the defenders on Dignitas moving, and eventually you'll just open up an open net for yourselves. But it seems like Method believe that their one chance is exactly that, one chance.
Yeah.
So you're only ever getting one shot out of it. You need about 2 or 3 if you want to get past Dignitas' defense.
And it is kind of interesting to see, you know, again, I think this is a game where the scoreline doesn't exactly do it justice. I think Method certainly could have made this a closer game. And it's interesting that, you know, I don't get the feeling that K-Dop and Violent Panda are unequivocally the best team in this tournament. Like last year in the finals, they had a 75% win rate last year. 75%. Like the team in second had like 58 or something. It was crazy. It's like they crushed the field. And it's just interesting to see how much, like, they spend so much time devoting their time to working on that 3v3 game, working on the RLCS, and now you're seeing them being like, hang on, we have to, you know, scale all of that back and say, all right, this is 2v2, and kind of re-navigate that learning process all over again. It's interesting.
Okay, well, one thing to note is that we had 3 goals scored during that game, so that means 30 meals going to the World Food Program USA, thanks to our partners over at Soylent. Of course, if you want to get involved, wfpusa.org/Universal Open. So make sure you head over there and help out with the fantastic cause. But I think we're almost ready for our game number 2 now, gentlemen. One thing I want to just get your opinions on. I didn't feel like Dignitas really gave it. That wasn't the top level Dignitas play.
No.
I think they got that lead there, and then they kind of just played safe for the rest of that game.
Yeah, pretty much, and that's,
which is scary.
Yeah, yeah. The crazy thing is how easy they make it look out of the midfield. You know, K-Dop and Violent Panda, despite them, you know, not looking like this crushing, overpowering 2v2 squad, they still position themselves brilliantly, and they're tough to get it through.
Well, game number 2 is underway, and K-Dop once again tries to pick himself up an early goal. Violent Panda, he's having a thought about that, and once again, it's crossbar challenge, but this time, Violent Panda will find the net.
So it was great patience from Violent Panda out of the midfield. He had to wait here just in case Rixer Burrito B was able to get a touch. As soon as he saw that Batmobile go right under that ball, said, all right, I know K-Dop's behind me. He'll be in a tough spot, but a lot of faith in both of the Dignitas players to be like, look, I trust you to be capable of making whatever play has to be made behind me.
Rix Ronde on the herd, can go the entire way and almost got it in, but K-Dop with a monster save. They can't keep it out as Burrito B with yet another one.
Denial at first, but finally the pressure prevails. Over the top of Violent Panda, just didn't boost up high enough, and good effort from K-Dop, but Burrito B, perfect challenge mechanics, gets a big part of the car. The center of it turns it sideways even, so that ball can't even punch left or right. K-Dop trying to force it out to the side of the pitch, and just a perfectly played challenge from Method to get that one through.
Violent Panda looking for K-Dop, but that was a belly flop of sorts from Rix Ronde just to clear the ball. And finally, the first goal for Method. Couldn't find the back of the net last time. Took a major challenge, and this one will not be going in. Not been the fastest paced game so far. It's definitely allowing the opportunity for these teams to get very creative. Pass one, Burrito B's by himself, goes straight for the net. That was the K-Dop special. Yeah. K-Dop, I don't think, he either bounce dribbles or he just lashes it. I've never seen him try and dribble on his hood.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I've always noticed whenever I see K-Dop in a 2v2 environment. Absolutely. I mean, he'll beat one. That's a ones
thing as well. He transitions that.
Yeah, he beats one guy out of the midfield, and then he puts that defender on defense and says, look, you're going to get a hard shot from around the top of the box somewhere, and you're going to have to save it. And more often than not, he turns it in.
As soon as he gets that space, he's got the whole... It's like a self-set-up infield pass is what he tries to go for. Still 1 goal each, though. Burrito B on the hood.
Great timing on the challenge from K-Dop there. 2-on-1 the other way.
Now Violent Panda infield to K-Dop. Blocked by Rix Ronde. Well read. Now K-Dop leaving it for Violent Panda. Consistent offensive pressure. 2 players committed, though. That will break this down for Method. And they can now start to move out. Although Rix Ronde, he prioritized boost. Gives the ball over to Violent Panda. Find out in just a moment whether or not that was the correct decision. But Burrito B, what a mechanical play that was. Almost managed to turn it into the net. And Rix Ronde, not there for the follow-up.
Man, they're scaring Violent Panda in front of the net for sure. But credit to Method where it's due, absolutely. I mean, Violent Panda and K-Dop, they're reading these plays brilliantly, and it's requiring some great outplays out of the midfield. Burrito B is just waiting in this midfield for this one. It's not a very good pass from K-Dop. It's not a very good pass from Violent Panda, excuse me. It's out in front of K-Dop, doesn't go to the side, straight to Burrito B, and he's just in the right place at the right time. Gets a free shot and takes it.
Seems like Method are holding themselves back a tiny bit more. Last time they were trying to read, found themselves too far forward. This time around, though, they've got it just right and been able to capitalize on whatever moves come towards them. K-Dop and Violent Panda off the kickoff with a decent amount of pressure, but Burrito B tries to control, and he's going to get caught out. K-Dop immediately challenges.
And again, that's that timing out of the midfield. They steal the boost. Again, something else that Dignitas are so good at in 2v2. They keep the ball high. They make the defense waste a lot of time and a lot of resources trying to clear balls, and then they just steal the boost out of the corner, and that's usually the reason that it ends up breaking the defense down as it did there.
It feels like maybe Burrito B went to the ball dribbling transition out one too many times, and K-Dop now suddenly knew it was coming. Trust me, the risk was there that Burrito B just levers it away from the field.
Wow.
Now it's going to be K-Dop. Pretty much zero boost. Still managed to get decent contact. Rix Ronde for the double tap. Can't do it. But K-Dop, he'll be low still. Just over the top. Violent Panda cannot get back in time. Good pressure for Method. They just didn't let up.
Yeah, that one felt inevitable. You know, that high shot, the first one from the top of the box, was dangerous enough. Violent Panda and K-Dop had, you know, one boost between them in first. And eventually it just broke down out of the midfield.
What I do actually like is that the ball was always kept in the middle of the pitch. Usually if you go left to right, it gives the option for Dignitas to maybe steal a boost or two. And instead it was just right down and there was no options to go for. So now 2-3. Dignitas looking to make it 3-all, but Violent Panda just put the shot a little bit too high. Ronde out to Burrito B. Read again by K-Dop.
Pass.
Infield, but K-Dop will not be there for that. And Burrito B, he sees the opportunity. Over to Rix Ronde, who just can't get there. 10, maybe 15 boost, and that would have been 4-2 to Dignitas. But Dignitas, I mean, Method actually would have been 4-2 up. It's Burrito B on the hood again. Just goes as far across, and that is such a well-placed shot.
I mean, it felt like K-Dop was positioned pretty well for this one. There wasn't too much space given, but I think he missed that boost in the corner. Yeah, he did. He might have got that if he picked up that boost in the corner. Didn't have anything to work with, but either way, Burrito B, I mean, if you're going to shoot it, you're going to have to shoot it far post. K-Dop gave him that space, and he took it.
That's the 4th goal this game for Burrito B. Almost set up his teammate after the attempted bump on K-Dop. Violent Panda. Can't quite get that one over. And now it's just 1 minute to hold on for Method. Drop down. Burrito B, he's got plenty of time. I don't quite know what Violent Panda was after there. You already see Method just not going to commit too far forward. Drop down. Violent Panda just keeping that one out.
Wow. Great fake challenges here from Method.
They know that they got the boost advantage, at least for the time being. Violent Panda, he used to use all of it to go off the ceiling. Might still create something from this, but Burrito B with the clear. Now looking to go to the other side of the pitch.
Nicely layered defense from Method there. They get up early, force Violent Panda to take a difficult shot on net. The second guy behind him just waits to see what he gets.
Great field control from Method. Just don't look like they've panicked. And that is the sign that you want to see from them, as they are going to take this series, of course, why not? It's not even a surprise at this point, to 1 game each.
What do you mean we're tied?
Impressive.
It's another one of those series. It's going to be another one of them.
It's going to be another one of those days. It is going to be for the next 2 days. We all know that already. Yeah, we saw what happened yesterday. We thought it was going to happen. It is happening. But Method, very, very impressive. Not only just taking the win there, but the way that they went about things. Very calm, very composed, and most importantly, in comparison to that first game, they put the chances away.
Yeah, here's also an interesting thing. K-Dop and Violent Panda got 14 shots on the net this game, and I remember maybe 6 of them.
It's a little bit hard to use Dignitas' shots as a way of telling the way they play, because that's just the way that they play. Yeah, they will put 4 or 5 shots on target to get a goal. Yeah,
there's a lot of touches high above the net that might get registered, but again, Onset brought it up. It's Burrito B, Rix Ronde. They handled exactly what Violent Panda and K-Dop give them. Perhaps one of the most passing-heavy 2v2 teams in Team Dignitas here in the Universal Open. A lot of people we've seen has been, you know, air dribbles, ground dribbles, a lot of individual effort required to get a lot of things done, like that shot from Burrito B. And Violent Panda and K-Dop are much more the passing style of teamwork approach. And they read a lot of these passes and cut a lot of them out. So it's credit where it's due.
I was about to say, you know, Rix Ronde is a very confident young man. We know that. But it seemed like he was confident enough to actually take those challenges, because a lot of teams will go up against a team like Dignitas. You know, they almost sit back and they'll be like, okay, we're playing these great players. We want to, you know, we don't want to concede.
Yesterday.
Exactly, like PSG did yesterday. But they were willing to attack those passes and try and get those interceptions, and it played out for them quite well.
So the one thing I will give them huge credit for is that they weren't just focusing on what they had for themselves. They knew how much the boost that they had, but they also knew how much boost Dignitas had, and you could see them playing those situations incredibly well, where they just knew, okay, you're somewhere between 20 to 40 boost. I can play you like you've got 20 to 40 boost. I'm going to take this ball up into the air, make you come over to me, or I'm going to put you into a position that you can't quite react to. It's been phenomenal game management from Method, but they've got to keep it up.
Yeah, experienced game management as well from these two players, which is something that, you know, we have seen in the past. Sometimes they can get a little bit shaky, but they've come back, and now we're tied up at 1-1 in the series. Obviously, we'll have a Game 5 today. Obviously, we will. I mean, but,
we will have at least one.
How do you see the next one going, gentlemen?
I don't know. You know, this one's a game. You can ask the coin right now, because Game 3, you know, you feel like you've seen a pretty standard showing from both teams, and it's going to take, you know, a big shift in either of them to really pick a decisive winner for this one.
Whoever wins this one is not winning the next one. That's all I'm
That's all we need to know, really, isn't it? Well, Game 3, I believe, is about to get underway. Of course, this is the swing game. Win this one, you've got 2 chances at match point. And imagine if Method win this one. They're going to have 2 chances to knock Dignitas out of the tournament. I mean, would we have called that? Probably, because of what's happened yesterday. But anyway, let's get straight into the game. It is game number 3.
And even if you get past the stage, there's still so much left to try and make it into the Universal Open Grand Finals. I believe you've got 3 rounds you've got to go through if you're at this point in the bracket. K-Dop. Ball under his own control. Going to go wide with it, and he's actually got Violent Panda up in support. Infield pass to Panda.
Well,
and once again, Burrito B. He's so active. You can see when he's trying to rotate around in the defense, he is determined not to lose momentum. That's exactly why. He's trying to keep himself up and moving. So his infield passes do not become options. So K-Dop forced to cut that one out.
It's going to be a tough touch for Violent Panda, yeah. Almost have to give the ball up. Great pressure from K-Dop, though. He knows he can't win that ball. He's just trying to buy time.
Rix Ronde's not got contact. It's going to be K-Dop with the follow off the crossbar. And Burrito B saw that was going to happen. Once again with the dribble. He's got it over the top, and that is going to be a successful dribble. Burrito B is having a great series.
Yeah, this is a beautiful dribble. As soon as he sees Violent Panda not challenging, he gives up on that short hop, says, all right, we're going to reset everything, and then restart that whole adjustment process on this dribble towards the left-hand side of the box. And Violent Panda just couldn't handle that great readjustment from Burrito B. It's good vision out in front and taking what the defense gives you.
I feel like Burrito B's got 4D vision at this point. He is just smelling the plays.
He's got 5 goals in a row.
Well, Rix Ronde, he hasn't got any right now, but in the words of Metzenaris, he won't care about the fact that he hasn't scored.
Truth. Metzenaris, #1 in assists last season. Magnus, of course, #1 in goals scored last season. At the Universal Open, I should be specific.
K-Dop trying to find a way past Rix Ronde. He has now been committed.
Oh,
Faked
nice
out. K-Dop tries to just force the challenge, but it was pretty neutral.
Yeah, great recognition from Burrito B. Saw that second little fake attempt and said, that's too much space, and he went and shut that down immediately. And you touched on it in the first game. Rix Ronde and Burrito B, active approach to defense, not willing to give Violent Panda and K-Dop any space to work with.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of the shots from Dignitas going high. There's a reason for that, because they've got to try and loft it over the top of an oncoming challenger. Here's Rix Ronde, just for the subtlest of touches, but still K-Dop able to read it. Great defensive play from K-Dop, keeps his team in it, and then there's the infield. Violent Panda with an absolute boomer into the middle.
Yeah, Burrito B in charge of the midfield defense. This is the perfect pass from K-Dop. It's away from Burrito B. He's still in charge. He knows Rix Ronde is going to be behind him, but that shot's far too powerful. Finally a pass that can work out for K-Dop and Violent Panda. They see the spacing just not quite covering enough of the pitch for Method, and they finally got a chance.
Oh, wait a second.
You're kidding.
That was a great touch, and Rix Ronde has got his first.
So let's see. Kickoff. Oh, he was so close. And Violent Panda, of course, the one who went for the kickoff. Off grabbing boost in the side and can't make it all the way back. And Violent Panda's going to be a little upset he didn't get any piece of that.
Now, to be fair, Rix Ronde has got no right finding that angle. Off the backboard. Lead re-established for Method. And they are just under half the game away from putting Dignitas into a dire situation to hold on for their tournament lives. Remember, this is the lower bracket. No more second chances. K-Dop infield once again. Getting a lot of success, but once again, it's that challenging player forcing the ball to go high.
The passes were good. K-Dop and Violent Panda, they're making the adjustments. They still want to keep that passing play approach, and they're keeping it away from the defenders. It's just the finishing now.
Right back out. Burrito B again. In the way.
Oh, that's a miss. Wow. K-Dop, respect. He was waiting in the midfield. He was expecting a touch from Burrito B.
Violent Panda won't be able to get that over to K-Dop. Burrito B still got the ball.
One-on-one.
Once again, K-Dop looking for the
great
the
demo.
Slicing shot, and Violent Panda, he's put it high again. Is there some sort of target up there? That one, we've managed to give excuses for some of the other ones. That one didn't really have much of an excuse, but K-Dop will be able to take advantage of this. Violent Panda just...
They switch things around. They say, all right, look. I've been hitting the crossbar. I'm going to go hit the guy this time. You take the shot.
That was a shield bash to try and keep him away.
Worked out, though. They do equalize the game, but yeah, Violent Panda, the finishing not quite top-notch early on in this series, to say the least. Tough save here.
K-Dop able to do it every single time Dignitas have brought it back. Method have scored pretty much immediately, but this time around it does not seem to be the case. K-Dop's just trying to find some sort of room. There's no boost unless he goes all the way back. That's going to leave Violent Panda all by himself for the time being.
Ooh, almost got the bump on Burrito B. If he had, might have been a chance. Great clear from K-Dop into the corner and a double touch. That's pretty.
It's ridiculously good and it's opened up so much space. Violent Panda, yet another bump. I think the eyes have gone red and he sees blood in the water.
Oh, no.
That's going to be just off target. Violent Panda now. He's got K-Dop in support, but that will not be anywhere near.
And that ball rolling just a little bit too fast. Impossible to get all the way on the side to cut it straight across the pitch. Pass, top of the box, and saved. Rix Ronde again, right on top of these passes.
Yeah, just seems like Method have got an eye closer to the off-ball player than they actually do the on-ball player, but the offense is still around. Burrito B, he's got to try and carry away, but K-Dop, he's kept this around. Goes for a bump on Rix Ronde.
You know, Shogun, it's a different Method roster than it is last time, but it's still just as tight.
Great challenge, Burrito B. Almost could have seen his opportunity, but just didn't bounce out for him. Kept too close to the wall, but he has stole the boost.
Oh,
K-Dop
great launch.
just launches it away, and now Rix Ronde has to keep it on his hood. He won't be challenged for a while. K-Dop faking out his own challenge. This is the swing game. The winner of this has got 2 match points. Infield pass to Rix Ronde. Saved from Violent Panda. Just lacked that little bit of sizzle on the shot.
Yeah. Brilliant composure, though, from Violent Panda. Didn't panic, didn't jump at the one off the back wall. Said, all right, where's the shot coming from? And he got there.
So easy to go for a pre-jump.
Oh, here we go. Decent chance.
Panda goes for the double tap. 2 players already up there. And now K-Dop will be unchallenged for the time being. They're trying to put this ball as high as possible and secure the boost. But Burrito B, out to Rix Ronde again. Can he get a second touch?
Long clear.
He has, but Dignitas waiting on the goal line.
Nice fake. Love
Violent
that play.
Panda, infield pass again. Will it work? Off the crossbar, and K-Dop can't get there after the backflip. Over a minute of overtime played. Both teams have had huge opportunities.
A brilliant adjustment from Violent Panda to even get the chance. K-Dop now trying to do it himself off the bar and out.
Crossbar is the best player. Method are having great games themselves.
Yeah.
But that being said, the Crossbar is their best player at this moment.
It's been the strongest defender in this game, that's for sure.
Violent Panda can't quite grab a decent enough flick. Will be Rix Ronde challenged by K-Dop off the backboard. Burrito B, he jumps early. He knows K-Dop was going to come searching for him. Now Rix Ronde can clear. Over to Burrito B. K-Dop will be the one who's charged defense. Can he do anything? No, he cannot. And the defending Universal Open champions have got one more chance.
And this is a great touch from Burrito B. This is all possible because as K-Dop made a boost steal run in front of that orange net, the one that he wanted to steal wasn't there. He went to the other side. Burrito B drives out to the corner where the clear went. The boost spawned, and he gets to go the length of the field, and K-Dop has to watch and say, please don't put this in. And, you know, you can pray as much as you want, but no.
This is amazing. This is brilliant. 3 match points now for Method to knock out the defending Universal Open champions, as you said, Shogun. I mean, you have to say that Method, they rode their luck in that game. That crossbar, as you said, did them a few favors, but at the same time, players of the quality that we have on Dignitas, you expect them to be finishing some of these chances.
Yeah, surprising to see them hit the bar that many times. And, you know, they made the adjustments. They did exactly what I wanted. They started keeping a few more of those passes away from the defenders. They got some quality shooting chances, but, you know, the crossbar is everybody's friend and everybody's worst enemy all at the same time. And sometimes it works against you.
Now, I've just got to give a shout at this point. Burrito B.
Huge.
He is... I've never seen him play this good. I hope that this never stops for him. This is not the level he's currently at. This is elite level that he's playing at. And if he can maintain this, there are big things in the water.
And, you know, we sit here and say that, you know, Dignitas are hitting the crossbar and that's why they lost. Like that one right there. To be fair, yeah, that's why they didn't win that game. But you also have to give all the credit in the world for the ones that were on target. Tough chances to make, and both Rix Ronde and Burrito B had to make some huge defensive stops. Great aggressive challenging. Didn't let things get any closer than they had to be, and you know, they have an active approach on defense, which is a tough thing to come by in 2v2. It's tough to really condition yourself.
Confidence as well to do
exactly.
that. It's a scary thought to think that, you know, if that doesn't go right, you end up looking stupid.
Exactly.
And you have to give massive credit to them. You know, they withheld the storm that came in from Dignitas there, and then the one opportunity they got at the end, they buried it. That was the important thing. I mean, you've seen so many times where the opportunity comes, they'll get that one chance, they don't put it away, and then before you know it, the game's over and they've lost it.
Yeah.
So it's only so long that you can withstand that pressure from Dignitas before you get a chance of their own. They took that chance. Now,
Dignitas win the next one.
Oh, God, yeah, true. Now it's time for Dignitas to win. We all know that, and then we're going to Game 5. I mean, but you have to feel that Dignitas, if they start taking these chances,
if they stop hitting the crossbar, they win.
The crossbar and hits that. Exactly. They're going to win this game. They arguably should have won that second game.
Yeah.
You know, the guys on Method, they put up a fantastic performance to keep it level for so long. But
exactly. Here's the thing, you know, I say it all the time.
That's the tough thing for them.
Fortune favors the offense. K-Dop and Violent Panda are controlling the pace of the play in that regard most of the time. And, you know, you keep having chances like that, they start going in.
It seems like something we're saying a lot this week, but don't change what you're doing. Just do it better.
Just do it better.
Okay, then. Well, the teams are joining the lobby. It's game number 4. If you're just joining us, yesterday we had Renault Vitality eliminated. Today, Dignitas are looking down the barrel of being eliminated. Let's have a go. Let's have a look then. Let's get into game number 4. Let's get straight into this one. Elimination on the line here. Method could win this all.
Certainly could do. Still 5 minutes, though, between them and eliminating the Universal Open and RLCS champions.
Ooh.
Oh, K-Dop is just stepping up when needed.
Oh, mama.
Like silk through the Method defense.
Oh.
Didn't jump until the last touch.
You don't have to analyze it. Nice dribble, K-Dop. Good shot. You earned that one.
That's just superb ball control. Now Dignitas have got the lead. Going to look to try and really capitalize on it. I think Dignitas just... They know what they're up against now. And Method, we've seen how strong they can be with the few offensive opportunities they've been getting. Burrito B, by himself, he's done a couple of these already. I do like that, like, one thing that Method have done so well is the communication. They know when a player has not got the boost to be involved in the play. And I don't think I've seen them double commit defensively in quite a while.
Yeah, they've been right on top of it.
Considering the pace they're playing at is very hard.
Yeah, I don't think there's been any real, you know, 2-on-0 opportunities for K-Dop and Violent Panda. They've always had somebody there to defend. This is a great pass, and again, it goes high.
It's the infield pass. That one wasn't even challenged. It just needed to be on target.
Woo! Hi, K-Dop. Good save.
Dignitas, just a little bit of shooting accuracy could make all the difference. Still got the 1-goal lead. Burrito B, be watching that one go over the top as Violent Panda couldn't get there for another challenge. Rix Ronde cutting that one out.
Again, a couple of missed pathing things for Dignitas. They leave a boost on the pitch that shouldn't be open for their opponents, or they don't pick up any. That's been another thing that I've noticed, but that's a great bump by K-Dop out of the midfield. If Violent Panda can get a handle on this one, they might have a chance, but just takes too long.
He was just turned around after being bumped himself. Had to go for the half flip to try and set himself back up. Panda's first touch, not great, but he can keep this one going, try and force a challenge. Now K-Dop taps it down.
Oh, he's so sad that didn't bounce out. Rolled up the wall.
It's going to be an infill pass challenge this time from Violent Panda. Not very often that Dignitas have had the opportunity to go and challenge one of those. Rex Ronde sees his target, and Burrito B, he's already rotating back. One of the first times that it just seemed like there was a miscommunication between the two Method players.
But we've seen this before. K-Dop and Violent Panda trapped in their own half with limited boost, and more often than not, we've seen it turn out well for Method.
Yep, they're going to have to look towards even those small boosts around them, but finally escaping, still with that 1-goal lead intact. Violent Panda goes straight for net, and it's crossbar again. They're going to leave a dent in it at this rate. That poor thing. I feel like their new strategy is not, don't shoot under the crossbar, but if you hit it hard enough, it'll eventually break and make the goal wider. Although Burrito B's almost got it over the top.
What a touch from Violent Panda. More importantly, got it out of the goal mouth towards the corner. What a touch.
There's just no rebound shot available for Method. And now K-Dop tries to go far side, but Burrito B just keeping that one away. It's very rare, a 1-goal lead. Getting towards the very beginning of the match.
Gonna need help.
Becomes the difference maker, but for Method, each second goes away, it's gonna get harder. K-Dop's got his second.
I thought he was gonna need help to put this one in just based off the angle. Burrito, but he's got 76 boost in the net. Oh, he backflipped. Okay, now it all makes sense. I was like, how did he not have a chance at this?
It was pretty bad positioning. You don't want to be slap dab in the middle, facing outwards. It looked like he was just waiting for a pass out, rather than maybe thinking that K-Dop could go the entire way by himself.
And he jumped. But mechanical errors, sometimes it happens. Great pass, great fake, and that's a 1-2 and well executed. Violent Panda. Beautiful reception here.
Look at this for a touch from Violent Panda. He knows Burrito B is challenging. Burrito B's been challenging all day. So get him out and then take a shot. Hope Onset's got the coin ready.
He's gonna need it. He's practicing the flips off screen, baby.
That are all the practice flips. The coin of destiny has not been wrong yet.
I'm scared to pick against it. It's like, even if it tells me, I still firmly believe Dignitas come out on top, but if the coin says Method, I'm gonna think. Oh, what a bump.
That's a backflip. Here's another shot just off the crossbar. For a 3-goal lead, that's not going to hurt as much as those previous ones did.
Oh, great demo. And high again. Man, they opened the door so well.
For any of you Rocket League statisticians out there, whatever. Statisticians. There's an S in there, apparently.
Yes.
But if anyone can, figure out the amount of times that crossbar has been hit this series,
a lot.
Make sure you inform us at #UOS2. Because I'm genuinely curious at this point in time.
Hang on a minute. I did not expect this one to find the back of the net here. Okay, yeah, just launched it. Don't think he was really intending to shoot it. Burrito B probably should have had that one, but, at this point, 40 seconds left, I think they've kind of, accepted their fate here.
It's amazing how many extra goals. You've seen it a few times throughout this season where teams just start to recognize that maybe the game's gone away from them. And once they exit that sort of hyper-intense mindset of must win, some of the goals we have seen have been pretty weak.
What was the wonderful term coined by Mr. Marquis Duda?
We're not saying that one on air.
Oh, great pass.
I believe he calls them do goals.
Yes.
As in, I've done a goal.
I've done a goal.
Rex Ronde looking to try and pick up one for his team. That will not be on target. Method are going to be facing down their own tournament lives in Game 5 against Dignitas. And Onset, I believe you have something to say.
It's time for the coin of truth.
Oh,
to
really?
Come out.
I was expecting it's Game 5, baby.
Usually
the ball.
It just feels
normal.
It's become so standard that we
redundant.
have Game 5s.
So bored with it.
The hype isn't quite there. So, do you know what I mean today?
The hype isn't there. Dignitas could go out of the tournament.
All right, fine. It's Game 5, baby! Let's get into it. Here we go. But let's talk about Game 4 first. That was a stifling performance there from Dignitas. They managed to route the crossbar a few more times, but they finally mixed it up a little bit and did finish some of their chances they were creating.
Yeah, it was if Game 3 went slightly more right than, you know, for them. That's basically what it felt like, you know? The same infield passes, still hit the crossbar a couple times, converted a few more of the chances, and more importantly, K-Dop, another 3 unassisted goals, a lot of individual efforts, but that one,
that's
beautiful
so
passing
good.
play.
That's such a good play and such a good adaptation.
Yeah.
After seeing it go so wrong for them for such a long time, but that right there was a world champion's response to adversity.
Yeah, that's very true. When you're backed against the wall to come out and pull out a performance like that, that is why they are world champions. That's why they're the current Universal Open champions as well. But now the most important thing to do is flip the coin of truth.
What does it say?
So, heads, Dignitas, tails, Method, right?
Okay, okay.
I don't even want to know. I genuinely don't want to know this one.
Okay.
I don't want to know, but I feel like Achieves' reaction has given it away.
You'd love to know.
I feel like Achieves
You wouldn't believe it. But breaking news, look at this one. Achievement Unlock, the Dual Force Achievement Unlock, K-Dop coming through with 7 goals and 11 saves already before our game number 5. So great performance coming in from K-Dop in those first few games that we've had. So far, we've had 4 games on broadcast. This is our 5th game on broadcast so far for the European closed qualifiers. Every single game has been a Game 5 so far. It's become predictable. They need to mix it up a little bit. Come on, guys. All right, predictions from you guys, though.
Dignitas, still.
Dignitas?
Dignitas.
All right, then. Let's get into our game number 5. Dignitas still have it all to do. Method, could they cause the upset?
The fact that we reach Game 5 has somewhat become predictable to this point. I can tell you something, the winners of those Game 5s have become anything but. K-Dop out to Violent Panda, and what a shot that is! Dignitas starting well.
If there is one thing that K-Dop, Violent Panda, and Turbo Pulse as a team all share, it is brilliant vision of the pitch. Doesn't matter where they are on the field, they always know where their teammate is and where they can put the ball for them to go and get it. And it's one of the biggest reasons that they've had such a successful passing career in general.
You look at what Dignitas do on the pitch when it comes to these passing plays, and it's so... Dignitas
Same thing.
could be about to completely defuse the situation.
Nice catch from Violent Panda as well. Coming off the sidewall, had to jump a little bit early, timed it beautifully to still get under the ball. It's so easy to just lift that, 15 feet in the air and just take all the speed out of it and give the defense a chance to react. Perfect execution in the corner.
Now Method just haven't looked at their best ever since going up to series points.
Hey, it's the post. It's not the bar, it's the post.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it quite counts. Those of you that I asked earlier to keep count, that one does not count.
Okay.
It's crossbar only. Back down. Burrito B just gets there. Gonna need a response from Method if they want to try and create a real game from this. K-Dop, late challenge. Burrito B has double committed as well.
Oh, man.
And K-Dop's missed.
What? That can happen?
Apparently so. Luckily for Dignitas, they've still got their 2-goal lead. Rix Ronde at least wins the challenge, but got to get past Violent Panda, who's just trying to buy for time.
And you feel the pressure from Method as well. Starting to, they haven't double committed hardly at all, and now you really see the fangs start to come out a little bit here, and it's a forward approach to say the least. They're willing to take a risk because they already know 2 goals down, even with 3.5 minutes. Considering how many chances they got last game, they're willing to try a little bit harder and risk a little bit more.
There are also 6 goals unanswered against Dignitas. Violent Panda, yet another challenge. Just trying to control the midfield.
Oh, here's a chance. Violent Panda has no
2v1.
boost.
Burrito B is just going to be a backup. They've tried to go for the setup. 2-1. 3 minutes and 14 left.
And you said they play the ball well, they play the situation well. Violent Panda, they knew he had nothing out of the midfield, and just to, really send the message home, they made sure to push him out of the net to give him no chance, and a perfect finish from Burrito B there. Yeah,
Violent Panda's just got too many options that he's got to try and cover. It's always going to end up being second best. Rix Ronde went out. Wanted to go for K-Dop, who just was not moving.
Yeah, you had to let Rix Ronde go over his head first before he jumped at that ball.
Method's starting to look hot, though, when it comes to their offense. Off the backboard, Violent Panda's not going to go for it. Opens up some space, but he does take out Rix Ronde. Now Violent Panda and K-Dop breaking away to the other side of the field, forcing Burrito B to come out for a challenge. That is crucial. Now just over. K-Dop forced to push to the corner. Burrito B tries to follow. Tap up from one. K-Dop can't get there.
Oh.
2 goals each.
He tried so hard. They had to give up the space in the corner here. That boost steal from Rix Ronde is the big difference maker. K-Dop so close. Just at a bit of an awkward angle on the first jump. And if he had been lined up a little cleaner, maybe could have got there. But again, Rix Ronde and Burrito B, they get the slightest of margins and they capitalize.
Half the game left to play. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Game 5B. As Burrito B will go for yet another one. This has been a star-making performance from Burrito B. Imagine if that went in, but now K-Dop one-on-one.
Ooh.
Almost managed to force a challenge to just push the ball straight through Rix Ronde.
Also had the secondary option of if Rix Ronde dove at that far post shot, it was going to be right behind him. Even on a dribble off the nose, K-Dop had a couple of different options.
K-Dop once again trying to fake past Burrito B.
And it's amazing because I've sat here in these previous qualifiers before said the ball's on your hood, you're controlling the defender. K-Dop's one of the
that way.
Yeah, K-Dop is one of the dribblers who, even not on the hood, he makes you do what he wants you to do.
He just pushes the ball to a better place to shoot. That's really the only way to describe Dignitas or K-Dop's
Oh, they got beat
chances,
so
but
hard.
Rix Ronde turns it in off the infield pass, and Dignitas, the barrel yet again, is pointed directly at them.
Yeah, K-Dop decided position for Burrito B to maybe try and take that on a dribble towards him out of the corner, and as soon as that happened, there was no way he was going to have a chance to stop this pass out to the top of the box. Perfect from Method.
So now 3 goals from Method unanswered. Dignitas have got to pick one up, otherwise they will be eliminated from the Universal Open. Pretty much we were asked to start off this week just to pick one team that we thought would definitely go through. We both said Dignitas. And now, Burrito B, he completely ignored Rix Ronde. Probably should have been Rix Ronde's shot.
Oh, I thought he was going to miss that save for a second. Got a little worried for Rix.
The pressure will be on, the hands will be shaky. Burrito B tries to follow.
Needs this clear. Tough one.
Take one infield pass to bring this game
Panda
back together, but Dignitas have got to get the ball out of their side. Violent Panda waits to see what Burrito B will do. Just under a minute left now.
Oh, wow. That little clip on K-Dop killed all that pressure. If he was able to recover there, who knows what could have happened.
How much boost did Dignitas have? Seems like
K-Dop's
enough.
on 20.
Infield pass attempted. Burrito B. He's so thankful that Rix Ronde took that ball away. Half a minute now. Dignitas don't seem to be setting up too well. They're struggling to go for it.
Wow.
Big challenge. K-Dop tried to take out 2.
And Violent Panda positioned himself so passively off that air dribble.
Oh,
Where does he
no
go?
way.
He didn't have the power into the top corner. Time continues to tick. Coming up on 10.
Burrito B, he's going to go for the longest, slowest, most dull play he possibly can. But he might have just left Rix Ronde in a 2v1.
Oh.
Infield attempted. Violent Panda up high. Just tapped on. Burrito B for the challenge.
What a clear.
They've got to try and drag this the entire left of the pitch, but they can't do it. The Universal Open champions from Season 1 have been eliminated, and Method will be moving on.
The coin.
Can you believe it? This week has been incredible, and the coin of truth comes true once again. It went Method.
It
I'm
did.
done.
It went Method.
I'm done
Something
disagreeing
freaky's
with the
happening.
coin.
Something freaky's happening here, but what a Game 5 performance there from Method. If you go back to that Game 4, and the way that Dignitas just completely outplayed them to put in a performance like that in that Game 5, hats off to them.
Man, and again, it came down to how well they executed. It started off brilliantly. 2 great passing plays from Dignitas to get him out on the right foot, but unfortunately, again, Dignitas got put in 1, maybe 2 real tough spots on defense, couldn't make the adjustment, and that could have finished it. K-Dop with that huge missed wide open net.
And then you just see great plays coming out from Method just consistently.
Couple of tough spots, and they nailed them both.
That's the one thing, every time they had an opportunity, again, they were so good at putting them away. There was very few opportunities that we saw Method really miss.
This
to be
was a
honest with you,
star-making.
in comparison to Dignitas.
This was a star-making performance for Burrito B. This was one of the best individual performances I've seen from him. This is not to say Rix Ronde did bad. Rix Ronde was phenomenal in his own right, but Burrito B stood out to me.
Yeah, Rix had plenty of assists, so yeah, Rix definitely getting things done, but Burrito B also. Kudos, man. I wasn't sure how they'd stack up at all.
Okay, well, one thing we should make you aware of, 23 goals scored during that series. Method are going to be happy that the majority of them went to them, and thanks to our fantastic partners over at Soylent, that means 230 meals will be going to the World Food Programme USA. If you want to get involved, head over to wfpusa.org/Universal Open. But the headlines from our game number 1 is that Dignitas, our reigning Universal champions, will not even be at finals. Incredible stuff. Let's have a quick brisk bracket update when we get a moment to exactly show, I mean, what's going on, because at the moment, I don't know what's going on. This is a crazy week of Rocket League here. You can see it will be Inspiration who take down PSG Esports as well, 3-1 in our other losers bracket game. So PSG are gone. They are eliminated as
Is
well.
there any RLCS teams left at this point?
as well.
Dignicat. Oh, Dignicat's lost.
3-0.
Who are the two Swedes? What are you doing?
We've never heard Shogun's voice go so high.
I didn't even know it could go that high. All right, so let's go for Complexity.
Yeah, Complexity.
Complexity girls.
Yeah, Complexity and girls. No names.
Pretty much. Yeah, okay. RLCS is being decimated at this point.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
Well, this
to say the least.
This all lends itself to a very exciting season of RLCS coming up as well. But all about the Universal Open right here. We want to hear from you guys. What do you think is going on right now? Because there's something in the water here in London at the moment. Another one of the favourites, the only team we could pretty much pick to be guaranteed to be going through to the final, are gone. And of course, we want to hear from you. So use that hashtag UOS2. Follow us over at Universal Open. It's a bit of a change into the guard this year at the Universal Open. Game 1 is done and dusted. Method move on. We're going to go for one more very quick break. When we get back, what's game number 2 got for us?